everyone, so I'm back and I'm actually filming early for once, but that's just because I have to write a paper tomorrow before I leave for spring break, so I was getting this done tonight. But anyways, today I will be talking about Season 2, Episode 18 of Young Justice, entitled Intervention. And I mean, yeah, this is a pretty straightforward episode. Basically, the team is setting out to intervene and bring Blue Beetle back to the good side before he really does go and, destroy the world on the Reach's side. So the episode opens with Black Manta and Mongol fighting each other as they were at the end of the very last episode, and basically they contain Mongol again, and you have this setup where where the Reach realizes that the crystal key is missing, and that the Green Beetle and Black Beetle now need to patrol the key room or patrol the perimeter of the key room in order to keep the key away. This is basically an excuse for them to get rid of Black Beetle for an episode, which, I mean, it works. It's logical. It's clearly an excuse, though, but, it works. And so, the great thing is, now that the team is no longer in captivity on the war world, we have a lot of our, big personalities back. We have Impulse back, and, I mean, I didn't realize how much I missed Impulse after, just a couple episodes without him, but, seeing him again is just yay! He's back! And it's it feels like half the bromance is back, because when you have Blue Beetle evil and Impulse imprisoned in a cryo cell, you just the bromance is just all gone, and it just makes the show a lot more depressing to watch. It's less fun. So Impulse is back, and his bromance with Blue continues, and he's very, very set on getting Blue back, and it's so great to see that, because I mean, even though he had so many bad experiences with the Blue Beetle in the future, he still wants this Blue Beetle, he still wants this to be he still wants this friendship. He wants to save his friend, and that's so adorable to me. All of the flashes are so idealistic, but it really works for me. That's what endears them to me. And so and then you have Blue basically going around attacking facing off with these villains to kind of gain the Earth people's trust, which I mean basically is the Reach's agenda originally, but now just with Blue. And I don't know, it's that bothered me, but whatever. And then it was kind of weird because you have Cat Grant, the reporter woman, interviewing Blue, and he says I'm at everyone's service, and this line kind of echoes with Black Beetle's line from the beginning episode where he's we live to serve, and I don't know if that was intentional or not. I will get to talking about the writing of this episode later, which did bug me. I mean, mostly the dialogue. The plot was fine, but some of the dialogue was just weird. Anyways, I don't know if that was intentional or just because serve is the most simplistic word to use, but I felt like there was an echo going on there. And then, I mean, okay, but the good thing was with all this Blue Beetle scenes was that we got to see that Jaime is in fact still conscious, and he can't control his body, but he's conscious inside there, and he's just what the heck is going on? And so that was really nice, because it was nice to see, happy Jaime again, and we got to see that it's actually, the ambassador on this little, microphone type thing, essentially speaking through Jaime's body, which is creepy, and God, being that not in control of your body would be so terrifying. But anyways, so you basically have Blue flying home, and Impulse and Batgirl catching him along the way. And I don't know, Impulse and Batgirl is a really random combination, but I like it. It works. I like both of them a lot, and so seeing them together and seeing them get some screen time was really nice. I feel like Batgirl gets really underused, and she's one of my favorites. I mean, all the Batgirls. This is Barbara Gordon, but all of them. And so, it's just nice to see her actually get to do some stuff. And so, I don't know. The other thing going on in this episode is you have, McGann going to pick up Lagoon Boy, her boyfriend, from Atlantis, because he's now recovered from his broken leg. And, I mean, Lagoon Boy's been gone for a while, and he has not been missed, at least by me. But I don't think very few people actually like him, but I know there was a lot of, hullabaloo in the fandom regarding Miss Martian, because there's always hullabaloo regarding Miss Martian. She never wins. Everyone hates on her regardless. But, it's just so annoying to see, the way Lagoon Boy acts around her, and I was so glad that she was breaking up with him, for herself. I mean, yeah, in the end of the episode, she does go and, be hey, is Connor around? But, I still feel like it's mostly for herself, because she's seeing that she really has, a lot of issues to deal with, and Lagan is not gonna help her deal with these productively. He's like not really all that great. Like I don't know, it just and on top of him just being kind of controlling and being like immediately assuming that it's about Connor, which I mean I guess is a rational irrational like thought to make, but like aside from him wanting to be like so dominant in their relationship, like, and being like, oh, I get to be the one who decides if this is fair to me or not, like, he just so, like, wants to make all the decisions, just, like, he's just an obnoxious person on principle, like, who goes around saying, Neptune's beard, like, I know McGann had a catchphrase too, so they were, like, the catchphrase couple, but, like, it worked, and, like, Robin's catchphrases worked, whereas, like, Neptune's beard just sounds stupid, and, I don't know, that bothered me, but I'm glad it was, like, finally, this is cut off, and McGann was doing it for herself, and I'm just like, yes. And speaking of ladies, we have, other than Batgirl and McGann, we have Rocket and Zatanna show up, and they're, like, they haven't really shown up that much this season, because they're technically full leaguers now, but it was just nice to see them, like, interact and work together and like girl powery, and also Zatanna is one of my favorites, and her showing up more is always great for me, and so I was just like, yes, she gets to do things and be awesome. And it was actually her like whole like magic spiel thing in Bialia was actually so intense. Like, I mean, it was a bit of a deus ex machina. I mean, it didn't even feel like that much of a deus ex machina until the end with the whole like heavy exposition, like 2 minutes long of that, but other than that, like, I really enjoyed, like, her, like, epic magic, because that stuff is cool, and yes, what Rocket says about, like, how does she think of those backwards words so fast? I mean, that blows my mind. How does the actress even say all those backwards words? I would just be like, which, I mean, like, I have a hard enough time articulating when I'm just rambling at a camera. Anyways, speaking of Bialia, I really, really enjoyed the entire scene with all of the, different members of the new team showing up. Like, I did not even catch that the green lizard was Beast Boy. Because, I mean, like, lizards are green, so I was just like, you know, oh, it's green. I don't know, I didn't really see, like, his little, like, necklace thing that's usually characteristic. And then, like, having every single team member come and step in and, like, do something and help out, it was nice, like, I feel like they don't have the, like, telepathic connection of the old team because they don't have McGann there, but they still, like, have this, like, sense of teamwork now, whereas before they were kind of, like, mishmash and didn't know really what they were doing, and it's, like, nice to see them working together and growing as a team as, like, the episodes go on. And so, the one thing, though, that bothered me throughout this is after all of that was resolved, like, this actually began back when Batgirl was just like, don't explain things, just do it. And I was like, yes, because, like, there's a fine line that action walks. Like, especially, like, shows like Naruto, where, like, they have to explain all of their secret jutsus before they do them, and then, of course, that allows the bad guy to, like, find a way to counter these things. And I've always thought that was really clunky and obnoxious. And so I like that they, like, acknowledge that there's, like, this, like, line between there, but I don't know if that was, like, a joke or, like, a, like, nudge kind of thing, because this episode had so much exposition, it was so annoying. Like, not even, like, it was just really awkwardly written dialogue. Like, you had Batgirl saying, it was poor Batgirl got all the awkward dialogue, but, like, whatever. But Batgirl, like, she says, like, oh, be alert, because he could use his other powers when they're trying to trap Green Beetle with the fire. And then immediately they get smacked in the face by him using his other powers, and I was like, you just said to be alert, Batgirl. I know the point is he's supposed to try and catch you off guard, but maybe you could try to be slightly more alert after you said be alert. I don't know. But then the whole time when they were just, like, going around explaining exactly how their plan worked, like, honestly, I didn't feel the need for that much explanation. I assumed they'd been planning something. Like, I mean, I'm sure there was a time skip and I just didn't notice because I never look at the timestamps, but, like, I cannot believe that, like, that they just did that. And I mean, it was nice because we got to got some more dialogue from Tim Drake, and he never really gets that much dialogue, and he got a little bit, like, characterization and snark, and, like, you could see his dynamics with some other characters, but, like, it was just really, really awfully written dialogue. Like, I just couldn't deal with it. I mean, and it's like, that was my big pick view of the episode. Like, if that hadn't happened, if we'd cut that, like, bit where they try to explain everything, I'd be so much happier. Speaking of, like, other really random things, like, this is such a throwaway moment, but, like, when you have, Impulse catching Zatanna, and then, Blue going and hugging Zatanna after, like, everything's been resolved and he's turned back to normal, I was just like, oh god, I ship it. Like, Impulse and Blue Beetle, like, I know there's already that bromance, like, ship line going on there, but, like, I was like, you know what, throw in Zatanna, it works. And, other than that, like, gosh, the end of this episode with the scene with Queen Bee and her minions, like, that was kind of terrifying. Like, it was just like, like the impact of like exactly who is the mastermind behind all of this kind of hit me right then. Like, because it seems like the Reach was the mastermind, like they were coming and like the Light was thrown off guard, but then it seemed like but then it seems like the Light is trying to one up the Reach and the Justice League, whereas the Reach was just trying to like one up the Justice League. But then like, where does Vandal Savage fit into this? Because he clearly is his own mastermind. Like, is he working with the Light? I don't actually remember. I mean, like, maybe he is and I'm just blanking, but like, it feels like Vandal Savage is still like a step up. Like, I'm really like, he still seems like his own entity. Like, the fact that he was operating out in space, like, that's just weird to me. So yeah, that was like, that moment was just like a whoa, okay, who exactly is the like real villain in this show? And I really hope that in the next 2 episodes this gets revealed. So yeah, this review has run really long, so I'm just gonna sign off now. So bye guys, see you next week, hopefully.